What is going on, guys? Greekfreak here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the disappointment of the Lakers this year and how disappointing they really are. Now, they're coming off of a loss to the Phoenix Suns. Now, as far as making the playoffs, I don't think that's a possibility anymore at all in this situation. Now, granted, I think the fact they have the players to win and make the playoffs, but it's obviously not going to happen here. Now, the disappointment that I have to just mention here is just going to have to go throughout this. Now, I don't make many videos like this, but just the disappointment that they are now currently 30 and 33, 10th in the Western Conference, and not far from, if they keep going on this direction, falling real far back. They're actually 5 games back from that 8th spot, and the second worst team, the 14th spot in the Western Conference, is only 5.5 games away as well. So if we really look at that, that's the chances we're talking about here. So in a situation like this, the disappointment that I have to mention, things like the Pelicans are only 2 games back of the Lakers, a team that had their best player demanding a trade, or only having him with a minutes restrictions of 20 minutes per game, where it's an actual benefit for them to actually not win, is a team that's only 2 games away. We're seeing situations like that. We're seeing the Timberwolves only half a game back, who lost Jimmy Butler, were considered dysfunctional, fired their coach halfway through the year. These are the types of teams right now that we're seeing as far as around the Lakers. A team that, yes, has dealt with injuries, but we've seen plenty of teams deal with injuries before in the past. We've seen just so many different situations. If you sat there and told me that at the beginning of the season that the Clippers, if they traded their best player halfway before the year ended, we're going to have a better record than the Lakers just due to the talent on the teams, I couldn't just see that. Even with an injury that LeBron sustained for quite some time, I don't see the fact that the talent on this team should have equated to this. Now, granted, I think this is multiple problems in many situations. Maybe the players are just not motivated because they feel they're not going to even be there next year, with lots of them being on 1-year deals, with the possibility that they're not even going to make the playoffs, just really just sinking in that they're not even putting in that extra effort. But in a situation like this has been the biggest surprise as far as a team, and such a huge disappointment. I cannot remember a team that was just at this type of disappointment. Now, granted, I was not one of those people that sat there and thought that the Lakers were going to the Western Conference Finals by any means or anything like that. I thought at best they would go out in the first round and be a low seed, but in a situation like this, I just did not see them not being in the hunt for the playoffs, because this is basically where they are right now. When we're talking about the fact that we have about similar chances that the Grizzlies catch up to the Lakers and pass them, as the Lakers make it past the Clippers for that number 8 spot, that's not really even in the playoff hunt if you really think about that. So in a situation like this, I think the fact that the Lakers are in a bad situation right here, because even if so, we're talking about a situation where Anthony Davis is not guaranteed to go to the Lakers, as I've mentioned before. And this right here, this performance that's being done, is not helping their draft stock whatsoever when it comes to that situation. And when we look at other things, now, granted, if they can make that trade, maybe they can turn it around if they can get a free agent, but I don't know a free agent that really wants to go into this situation, especially considering the fact that in many people's eyes, many people believe the fact that LeBron James will get most of the credit if there's team success. So I don't see too many high-key, as far as top-tier players wanting to go and play with a player in LeBron James with the Los Angeles Lakers the way that they are right now. Now, granted, if they were better, if they were in the playoff hunt, if they made it, if there was some dramatic reason why they didn't make the playoffs, I could understand. But in a situation like this, I just can't see somebody wanting to go play with the Lakers as far as the way that they are. Their defense is just terrible in many situations, and their players have just been outplayed by teams that you would even think are tanking and trying to get the most spots possible. But guys, tell me what your guys' thoughts are on this. What do you think was the last team that's been this disappointing as far as the expectation to results so far? Do you think the fact that the Lakers can pull off a huge upset with the way that they're going? Right now, Vegas is going to give back 6 times the amount that you would bet on them if they make the playoffs. So, guys, tell me what your guys' thoughts are there. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure that you leave a like and subscribe to become part of the Greek Army today. And as always, this is Sparta.